Hello, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to install the Dasaita G13 Android head unit on my 2022 Toyota 4Runner. Come on, let's begin. Again, this is the Dasaita G13 Android head unit. This particular model that I got in here is the 8GB RAM with 256GB of internal storage. So let's open it up and check what we have inside the box. So packaging wise, basically it got nice packaging, very protected. So yeah, so we have user manual in here. We have a thank you card and a warranty card. Yeah, so it's a warranty card in here. And then we have the specific installation steps for the 4Runner. Okay, so it got that. And then we have some of the packaging in here. We have some accessory cables. So more accessory cables in here. This is for the hazard switch. It depends what model you got. We got some pry tool. And that's basically it. Let's pull out the actual head unit now. Alright, so this is the head unit. This is specifically made for the 4Runner. As some of you know, I'm already using an Android head unit on my 4Runner. And I'm using the Cartrim Homes T12 V2. I don't have any issues on the T12 V2. I love it. I just need to switch to the Dasaita in the next couple of months because I'm doing something on the 4Runner that requires me to switch to a factory style head unit temporarily. And yeah, so with this one, the Dasaita, I think it's the best time to try it out. So here we go. We'll do the install video on the Dasaita and we'll do a review of this particular head unit. This particular head unit actually comes with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 665 octa-core processor, okay, which is 11 nanometers for the size of that particular CPU. And then it will provide a stable and faster performance compared to the other competitions out there. As I mentioned, this one got the 8GB of RAM, 256GB of internal memory. And for the operating system, this one actually comes with the Android 13 operating system. It comes with a 4G LTE SIM slot if you want basically to use it for mobile data, if you want to install an actual SIM card to it instead of connecting your mobile hotspot to it. So again, once you have connected it to the internet, you can actually use YouTube, Netflix, Instagram if you want to. So again, has a built-in wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. One more thing about the Dasaita head unit I used before on my RAV4. This one, you can also mirror your phones if you want to. So it has a wired or wireless mirror link on it that you can use if you want to go that route. And for this one, it has a nice screen. This one actually got a QLED display. It has a full lamination technology for enhanced clarity even when you are using sunglasses, so it doesn't really degrade the quality of the picture. Again, it has a nice video quality on it or great display. So yeah, so that's one awesome feature of this particular screen. So also, like others, this one retains all of the factory function, including basically the opening your doors. So it will show the display in there if you have an open door. And then it got the backup camera and also the steering controls. One thing also that I will check is my factory reverse or factory 360. What's important for me will be the reverse 360. That's gonna be helpful. So if I retain that. So also with this one, it got a DTS technology. So it got DTS on its sound system. So you will get basically upgraded amplifier on it. So it has a 15 band equalizer customization, which is gonna be helpful. So right now I'm using a Beat Sonic amp on my 4Runner. So when I install this, I'm not going to connect that temporarily so that I will avoid any splicing, because I know when I install that, I need to splice something to connect it properly or to make it to work, okay? And one good thing about this, okay, is the gyroscope. So if you're off-roading, if you're using your 4Runner for off-roading, you can have the gyroscope on this one and compass. So it's an amp and it got the sensor for it inside. So it has the tilt sensor, basically the inclinometer. So it will have those features. So it got this HDMI out, and this is helpful if you have a kid like riding in the back, and if you want to display, if you want to play some YouTube or something like that, you can actually put an HDMI here and it connects to a monitor in the back if you want to connect an extra monitor behind the driver's seat or the passenger seat. So that's one helpful feature for this one, okay? And then it has a optical output also in here. So for audio, you can use that again for better audio quality. And of course, we got the other ports. We got the antenna, the GPS, and the cellular and Wi-Fi, which will be on this one. So again, enough talking for now. All right, so we need to remove this top plate from our factory head unit. So there's like 2 screws in here. So there's one here, there's another one on the other side. So just remove those and we will transfer it on the Dasaita. All right. Okay. So there you go. Successfully removed the plate. And we're just going to remove everything that we need to remove before transferring everything to the new head unit. So this one, I believe this is only, if I remember it right, this one is only clipped in. All right, so we're able to remove the other one. So yeah, so 2 screws and unclip the actual vent. It's the way to go. I just use a little force to remove it. So up to you if you want to be careful. I would suggest that you be careful to avoid any clips from breaking. I did not break anything on mine. Okay, yeah. So the plate should be out, the front plate or bezel. Then we can just pull this out. So there's, unclip it here on the top. Here, unclip it. And then try to pull it. There's like an alignment pin somewhere. Just be careful not to break that when you're pulling it out. All right. There you go. So I was able to remove it. Don't break anything. Just need to find the screws. There you go. Just drop those screws out. All right. So next thing is we're going to remove the hazard switch. So for the hazard switch, I think I just need to push this out. No screws, so I'm just gonna push it out. All right, so I successfully removed the hazard switch. So for this one, all you have to do is press or pinch the tabs here, the top and the bottom, then you can push it out. Okay, so we need to transfer this or everything that we remove to the G13. All right. All right, so we'll begin installing the top plate in here, and this one goes to the top. in here. So we just need to align it properly. So try to show you as I think it goes this way. There you go. Just easy. Just push it. And it is aligned. Yeah, this one is flush. Sitting flush. All we need to do is screw it. So we need to screw it on the top here. Okay, so just there. Just do that. So there you go. That is installed. We're going to remove the this plate for the hazard switch. So we're going to need to remove or unscrew those two screws in here. Okay, and then we can pull that plate out. Then we can install the one for the 2020 and up model. Okay, so this hazard switch plate can be removed now, and we can install this one back in here. Here you go. You see, so it goes from the back, then we just need to screw it back together. Okay, and then once we screw this back, we're going to put on the plate of the vents. Okay, all right, so our hazard switch plate has been installed. So let me put it backwards here. So we need to just press this in here, and there you go. Looks factory. And again, next, the plate for vents. We just need to put those in place, and then we just need to screw them in the back. Okay, so again, very easy install. Then we just need to snap our vents again back into their place. And then basically that's it. We just need to work on our adapter plate in here on how we're going to position them. All right, be right back. All right, so for this one, for the bracket, I already installed the one on the left side. Now we just need to install this side here. So it goes this way. Yeah, so it goes this way. Just need to screw them properly. So yeah, so out of the 6, we're only gonna be using 4 of the screws that we removed. So one goes up here, and the second one goes on that second hole. If you see there, it goes shows in there. So easy process on this one again, and it's an easy install. And don't forget to transfer the clips from your factory head unit to this one. All right, so yeah, so let me just finish this, then we're going to proceed with the wiring. All right, so this one comes with 4 harnesses. Yeah, so this is all the harnesses. So pick one, which one is for your year model. So one of this is for the GBL, one of this is for the 2019 below, one of them, yeah, I don't know what this is for, probably this some older years. This one is for the 2020 and up. Yeah, I'm familiar with this particular one because I've been using the same one, so I'm kind of familiar which one to use on my particular vehicle. So yeah, so just pick whichever and then just plug it in. So we just need to plug this here. Make sure you hear the click. And also for this one, there's a cable for camera in here. It says connect C2 with C1, I believe, with C from basically for the reverse, to enable the reverse camera. So we have C2 in here. Okay, it is connected to C1, which we need to move. So we need to transfer that. So because it needs to get connected with C2. So if you don't have a reverse when you, or if you don't have a video output when you put your car into reverse, then double check those wiring. So just make sure all of the connected ones are properly connected. All right, so yeah, so I'm just gonna fix the wiring in here, and we're gonna go with the other harnesses. All right, so let's begin installing this. This is a 8-pin, so let's look for an 8-pin where it plugs in. There you go. This is I don't know, there's a lot of pins. It should just go here. The only one that has that many pins. This is another 8-pin. I believe it goes here. All right. Then if you want to use an extra USB, you can do so. I'm not, but it's a 4-pin, so it goes here beside the other one there. So just the reason why I'm not putting too much harnesses at the back, just to save space. Okay, and then basically the rest will be the factory USB. Now for the microphone, it's a 6-pin, so you just need to put it in there. Okay. Okay, so not that one. So it's this one, I believe. Yep. So microphone goes this in the bottom. There you go. Okay. And then for the Wi-Fi, we just need to remove the red cap and then just twist this into place. Okay, and basically that's it. And let's go in the car so that we can install this. All right. Oh, before we proceed going to the car, let's connect the other stuff here. So the RCAs, this one says cam VN. Connect it to the one that says camera on this one. There you go. Cam in. So just connect those two. And then this one, leave it. It says aux V. So if you want to connect another one, but it has a dedicated front camera. So me, I install a front camera on my 4Runner, which I'll be connecting to this one later. And then we have the aux in for audio, and we can connect this together, red to red, white to white. The one that's in here, if you're using a subwoofer, these are the other connections. So if you're not planning using a subwoofer in the future, you can just disregard this. Me, I personally cut this, but not now. Okay. And one thing I like about this is it got some power. So 12-volt power. This is for the camera, which I can easily tap for power, and also a ground connection. So if you want to add like accessories, you can do so. Just tap on this too and you'll be fine. So yeah. So now Yeah, so all we need to do now is go in the car. All right, so once you remove your factory head unit, it should show something like this. Mine's a little messy because I have some extra stuff in here. So this is my microphone, which I already routed on the side into the steering wheel or under the steering wheel column, and I'll be plugging it in into our microphone plug. Okay, and at this point basically I would suggest that you work on your USB. So plug in the USB. So again, it comes with two, and find which one of the factory harness fits this one. Okay, so mine will be this one for sure, and let's check it. There you go, and it should click. And then what we need to do is we plug this in to one of the USB that is in here. So what I'm going to do is I will connect it with the one that says phone link. There you go. And now I can use my factory USB port as the phone link. All right, or it has the phone link capability. So from there, if you want to clean it up, you can do so, but we still have to match the rest of the head unit in here. And again, this will be very easy. We just need to match which harness fits, okay, on our Android head unit. Okay, if you have another hand to help you, that will be perfect. So in my case here, I'm by myself working on this one. So just match which one goes to the actual one. So I'll do that. I'll be right back. Again, just make sure that it clicks. And I think that's it. And okay. So we have to plug in the radio antenna, which will be this one. And again, it's okay if you have some harness that are not plugged in. Again, and that will be fine. Those are not needed if they're just in there. There you go. Yeah, so we have some here, XM, GPS, and other stuff. So I'm not gonna plug in yet my GPS, the one that I'm using for the factory GPS. This won't be used as far as I know. Yep, it won't be used. And yeah, from here we can actually put it in, install it, secure everything together. You can do that now if you want to. Yeah, and then what's next is we just need to again secure it and then power it on. Okay, all right, so this is the G13 Dasaita head unit. We successfully completed our install. Again, the install is very easy. So again, just reverse the process once you remove your factory head unit. Again, very easy. So for this one, we'll just do a quick walkthrough on what it got basically. So from the box, basically this is what you're gonna get, and this is the main menu of the head unit. So these are like shortcuts for your navigation, music, and radio. Same with Bluetooth, video, and amplifier. So on this side here, it got the shortcuts or icons to open up the settings, the CarPlay, Android Auto, and the inclinometer. So for this, let's begin with the Navi. So with the Navi, it pulls up Google Maps. But from the box, it's actually gonna pull up the iGo navigation. So I change it to Google Maps. So to show you how to change that, let's just go to settings, and then we need to go to car, and then we need to go to navigation, and then we need to go to navigation application option, and then from here this one is going to be pre-selected. Then you just have to select the app that you want. In this case, I want to use Maps or Google Maps. If you want to use Waze, you can do so. Just click on the app that you want to use and you can actually open it up. Okay, so and then let's just exit out here. And then for music, if you have some files loaded up on this one, you can actually play them from that shortcut if you want to use or utilize that. If you have some music files that are saved that you purchase, you can actually transfer them on the internal memory on this one, or plug them in using a USB thumb drive and just plug it in to your USB port, and that will play perfectly in there. And then our radio, so this is for the AM FM. So I already drive around with this one, and with the FM, I don't have any issues with the receptions driving around town. Again, it is nice. So let's try to listen to some. So yeah, established player by then in the league, and he just said, okay, so the quality of this one, it is acceptable, so I don't have any complaint about that. I'm inside of the garage, and yeah, I don't have any issues. The static, it's not that much with the static on that radio. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have HD radio, and again, I'm fine with that because I'm not really gonna use the FM radio. I'll be utilizing CarPlay with this one. So for this one, if you want to connect your phone via Bluetooth, you can do so. Just connect it. Just find your car kit on your phone. Basically, this is the car kit. So just pair it. So as you see here, mine is paired with my phone, which is Forge Garage. I just name it Forge Garage. So again, if you want to play some video, if you have some saved video files in here, you can actually play them. I don't know if this one has got any, but again, same thing with the music. If you have some music file or video files, you can just download them into the internal memory, and then you can actually play them. And then for the amplifier or equalizer, this one got a 15 band equalizer, which is nice. So you have a lot of adjustment in there that you can do. You can actually use the preset in here, which you can change rock, pop, jazz, and other stuff. So mine is set up to custom, all right, because I'm using DTS. So this one got DTS, and it is nice. So I set up the DTS, and it's set up, or I selected the preset on rock, and that's basically my setup. So if you want to watch a movie, you can actually customize this one out to your own liking. Like cinema, you can change this stuff, and then whenever you start watching, you can just switch it to cinema, and then you can enjoy your music or the audio on your videos. So I just set it up to music again, and I'm gonna go from there. If you want to turn off the DTS, you can do so, and I'm just gonna leave it on. Again, with the volume, you can actually amp up the loudness. Just click on that one. So I just set it on, and you can actually adjust the distribution of the audio on your speakers across your vehicle. So again, the frequency for this one, it got a high pass filter and a low pass filter. Just select which particular speakers you're gonna, just go. So just select the speaker that you want to adjust, and you can actually adjust it. So yeah, so I'm not gonna touch that. And again, the delay, if you want to uh, change the delay of the speakers, you can do so. You can actually set up just your audio will be just on one side, like the driver, or just on the passenger side, just in the back. You can do that. You can just put it into auto. I just leave it on default. Basically, this is the default setting on this one. So again, this is a nice head unit. Again, this is from the Dasaita. It's the G13 head unit, Android head unit, and it is nice. So if you want to watch videos while you are driving, okay, I'm not telling that you do it, but again, be responsible when you are driving. Don't watch and drive. It's dangerous, okay? But if you have kids with you that want to watch, you can actually open up YouTube, Netflix, Hulu. If you have HBO Max, Disney Plus, you can download those on your Play Store. So just for YouTube here, let me just search my channel and let me open it up and play a video. Just a random video just to show you. Again, this one has a nice display. I really like it. So let's skip that. Yeah. So let's the audio. It's nice. This one has a nice crisp display. It got the QLED LCD display on this one, so it is nice. Again, it got the QLED display, and I think it got the full lamination technology on it, which helps the clarity on the videos or whatever's showing on the display. Again, it is nice. It may not show on the camera, but in real life, in person, it looks nice. I like it. So there you go. So again, you can connect an external display using the HDMI out on this one. So right now I don't have an external display to show you how that works. But yeah, so again, I got that HDMI out in there. That's going to be helpful. Basically, what's going to be showing here will be displaying on the display there in the back. So yeah, I really like this one out. So for some user, they like the big screens. Some just like an OEM look with some upgraded feature like this one. So this is one of them that I would recommend if you want like an OEM style head unit. This one is on top of my list. This one for those people that are off-roading. This one has a built-in inclinometer, as I mentioned. This one is nice. So if I install the GPS antenna on this one, it will show the altitude, latitude, and the longitude stuff in here. But I did not because I'm not really utilizing the Android part of it. I'm using mostly the CarPlay when I'm playing music. So let's connect this one out to CarPlay. So just click this one out. Me personally, I click that and I double check if the background connection is on. So to connect your CarPlay, make sure that the Bluetooth is on. And then on your phone, you need to look for the car kit and use the pin code 000. Okay, and then once you pair it up, it will load up your CarPlay that fast. Okay, so you see there as I'm talking, pairing it out on my phone, it connected. So we'll be playing this. So it works. Yeah, so everything works fine. Audio quality is a lot better than the stock one. That's why I choose to go with the Dasaita G13 instead of putting back my OEM back. So again, this is a nice one. It's a nice head unit. Audio quality is great. So for this one, if you want to purchase this, I'll put the link in the description below. If you find this video helpful, please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching.